This is something I teach to people all the time. Like, well, I need this to happen. I need this to be in place. I need this. I can't do it because XYZ. Life, whatever goal you're working towards and you're putting off because things are not perfect to be able to start it, they will quite literally never be perfect.
When you've gotten to a place that you want to be, it is much harder.
It's much harder to do
when you're in a spot that you don't want to be because...
But that's the thing about being in the spot and changing the narrative while it's happening and start saying, why is this happening for me? Because then you can divorce yourself. You try to divorce yourself from the negative feelings around it, and it pushes you into forward momentum. Why is this happening to me is a very stuck mindset. Like, oh, I'm stuck and it's all just being thrown at me. Instead of why is this happening for me? For is something that's going to propel you in a forward motion. It'll help you move out of that state if you're stuck in it.
Yeah, I also think, though, it's a dangerous mindset to assume that there is some magical outcome that everyone's entitled to. Now, I do believe that...
I don't think everyone's entitled to it.
But
I do think it's available.
That is what I'm saying. Like, all you can do is be honest with yourself about your situation and decide what a realistic way forward is and then fucking do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying be like a psycho dreamer and think that you're going to change your life overnight, but I firmly believe that everyone has good available to them if they move forward into it with trust and a relatively positive mindset. Yeah. If you're negative but you're doing all the things, like this happens to me all the time in business. I have people that I work with, they're like, I'm doing everything and so-and-so is getting this and so-and-so is doing that and I'm not blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, your attitude is the problem 100%, because yeah, you're right. You are doing the same things and this person's getting a different result than you are. So what are they doing differently? Yeah. They're not portraying that emotion and that feeling. And it's way easier said than done. But if you can start to address and recognize those tiny internal negativities and rework them and reframe them, I swear your life changes. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that there would be some moment like where everything would fall, like a moment where I knew everything fell into place, because that's kind of how my life was going, where it was like, okay, I'm building this company and I have this TV show. The second that I find out that a network picked us up, then we're off to the races. Yeah. And it's like, so, and you just hinge your whole life on, okay, there, and you're just waiting. You're waiting for this like moment where boom, it's all there. And that's just not the way the world works, where you compound small successes until you look and you're like, whoa, I made it. Like
one step at a time.
Because I fucking made it, dude. Yeah. I made it, but I made it not on any big thing. I made it on the back of a ton of
hard work and
consistency, and that's it.
100%.
Whatever.
But you see what we're doing, friends? Like, this is something I teach to people all the time. Like, well, I need this to happen. I need this to be in place. I need this. I can't do it because XYZ. Life, whatever goal you're working towards and you're putting off because things are not perfect to be able to start it, they will quite literally never be perfect.
It's like everybody who waits to have kids because they're like...
exactly.
Yeah, the kids thing, you just need to... Like, if you want to have kids, you just fucking do it, man.
Anything. If you want something, you just have to start.
Yep.
Because the time is never going to be right. If you're waiting for the time to be right, you're going to wait forever. You're not going to do the thing. You're going to look back and regret not starting it sooner. That's the only thing that's going to happen, is eventually when you do start it, or if you start it, you're going to look back and wish you did it sooner. If you never do it, you're going to die wishing you had done it. So 100%. Just do the damn thing. Like, whatever that is, just do it.
There's no worse feeling than feeling like there was something that was there to be taken and you just never pulled the trigger. I talked about that.
The only fear stronger than the fear of failure should be the fear of regret.
Yes.
And I live by that.
Yeah. Or at the very least, the fear of regret from inaction. Like, you know, it's, I don't know, like if you make a decision that was the wrong one and it blows up, like, you know, you gotta be like, fuck, man, I wish I would have whatever.
Of course.
But the inaction one will eat you
But
alive.
that's the thing. Like if you had something available to you and you're like, shoot, I think this is right, I need to go do it. And maybe it doesn't work out. Like it might not work out. But if you had never done it, you'll never know and you'll regret not having tried.
Yeah.
Because then in your brain, it would have worked out best case scenario, and you're going to live with that regret of not seeing something through, or at least exploring the possibilities.
Yep. Yep. It's true, dude. You know what's really funny that I was thinking about? This is kind of this is like when I went to DraftKings and I told them, I'm like, I will create a network, DKTV, and I'm like, here's the first show that I want to do. And I described my channel exactly, except about all sports. And I remember specifically saying, I'm like, dude, it'll be like TMZ kind of, but it'll be like funny. Like we're not really gonna like hammer the athletes. It's just gonna be funny. And I did a couple like test shoots and I sent it to them, and the guys were all, I mean, I don't know if like, you know, like sports TMZ is what we're trying to do. And they're DraftKings with a fucking huge platform. And I started my own channel 3 years later, Jesse on Fire, only did mixed martial arts, and I butt fuck their views. Any show that they have, any show DraftKings has, I fucking annihilate them. And I pitched them the exact same thing about all things on their platform in 2015. It would be a many millions.
Well, I hope they regret that.
Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and you'll know next time me and my beautiful wife put out more episodes of Play with Matches.